I don't necessarily recommend this if you're afraid of heights. Think I can make it? This feels like a major accomplishment. Wow. Here's the Dark Angel. Okay, the Delicate Arch parking lot was full, so we came to the Devils Garden trailhead, and that's where we're going to start our hike. We're going to try to do the full loop to Double O Arch and back. It's a total of 4 miles, and there are several arches along the way. So stick around, check it out. To turn off to Pine Tree Arch and Tunnel Arch, and it says it's 1/10 of a mile and 2/10 of a mile in, but it does go downhill. So this right here is the Tunnel Arch. Thumbs up for Arches National Park. Really helps me out. Thank you so much. This looks to me like it's Pine Tree Arch. Here's the trail that leads up to it. So once you reach Landscape Arch, come down a couple of steps, there's a loop, and it's a primitive trail, and the ground gets really, really sandy. So don't wear your nice shoes, and watch out for this guy who's gonna photobomb us. Okay, right about this point, we have the Landscape Arch. It's this really big, thin one behind me, and then there's Partition Arch and Navajo Arch, all right here in one concentrated area. After the base of Landscape Arch, then it pretty much turns into scrambling up the rocks to get to the next couple of arches. Double O Arch. Have to get up here. Gotta wait till this family of kids are out of the way. This feels like a major accomplishment. Very steep rock scrambling. So there's no really defined trail, but it's a sandy path, kind of flat after you head up that monster rock wall. And oh look, there's shade, just a little bit. So I thought Partition and Navajo were right near Landscape, but I guess they are from a viewing perspective, but not from a hiking perspective. We're gonna go to Double O Arch, 0.9 miles ahead. You definitely need to be able to take some big steps. You kind of have to sit down and jump a few ledges that are a couple feet high. So just be prepared for what you're in for. I guess at any point you could turn around and go back if you weren't comfortable with it. I have sensitive knees, but if I just take it slow, it's fine. It's pretty worth it. More rock scrambling. I don't necessarily know where I'm going. I did see a sign a few minutes ago, so I know I'm generally going in the right direction. A bunch of these people are following me, and they don't know that I have no idea where I'm going. But it's pretty much cool views all the way around. So there's one advantage to this place being crowded, and that's that you can kind of follow the crowd. The trail is really not marked, hardly at all. There's only a few places, so we scrambled on some rocks, got a little off trail, but just look for the people and you can figure out how to get there. I'm pretty sure it's like in the 40s this morning. It's bright blue skies, and I'm sweating. And it's supposed to be like maybe 57 today. So I just recommend if you come in the summer, you better come really, really early if you want to do some serious hiking, because it's going to be hot. Now, and lots of water, lots of water. Now I'm relatively out of shape, so people that are a little more seasoned hikers maybe could do it whenever, but I'm definitely not one of those people. So it's spring break, so it's pretty crowded, but the weather is pretty nice. So I'd recommend trying to get out here before it gets too hot. I don't necessarily recommend this if you're afraid of heights, but it's safe. There's definitely a wide enough path to walk on, but it just is a wild perspective. Wow. Okay, well, we were right about to give up. It didn't seem like we were ever going to find it. And then we found a big mound of rocks with a marker on top. So go on top of the rocks where the marker is. It's right behind me, like right there. And you can see the double arch on the other side of the rock.
I wasn't ready to give up. She was.
Yeah, it's always me.
Trail looks easier though from here on.
So note, when you get to the double arch, the ground here is really deep sand, but it is beautiful. Okay, I think I'm so proud that we made it. That should have been 2 miles, but that was a hard 2 miles. Rock scrambling and deep sand. It wasn't just your average 2-mile flat hike. And we're gonna stop and take a break. We might make it to Dark Angel, we'll see.
But everybody's going around that thing and going through there, so you gotta go down. Beautiful.
So after the double O arch, the trail to Dark Angel is more like a normal hiking trail in terms of the terrain. And I believe somebody just told us it's off to this pointy place up there. Up there. So on the way to Dark Angel, be sure and turn around and look behind you. You can see the top of the double arch, and it's super beautiful. So we finally made it to the end of the trail to Dark Angel. It's a really nice place to sit and relax. There's several rock formations here you can relax. And if you look the opposite direction, there's snowy mountains in the distance here in March, which makes it all the more beautiful, contrasting with the red rocks. Okay, well, I guess we're going back on the primitive trail loop, so that it's a loop so we don't see the same thing. Maybe we shouldn't. It's up to you. I mean, those little kids did it. I didn't see that, and I thought that was very hard, but...
Yeah. Let's just take this way. We'll try.
Those little kids made it.
Yeah, they got it.
So we're a little nervous. What do you think? We thought there was a lot of scrambling on the way up, so... And that didn't say difficult trail, so... I'm nervous.
We're nervous.
We have old knees. But, wish us luck. It looks really pretty. So on occasion, you'll see these little marked places. So there's like very few little arrows and signs that are from the national park. But there are some little rock pyramids that we saw along the way that kind of help point you to where the trail is. Because it's not very well defined. So you can keep an eye out for that. There's one here, and there's one there. There's definitely a lot of people talking about how the trails just aren't very well marked here, and a lot of people got lost. One guy got lost up in some Devil's Playground gorge and couldn't find his way back. So far, this way that's marked as the primitive trail seems to be easier. I mean, I totally recommend doing the other way by the arches. Just so much rock scrambling. We were a little scared to do all that rock scrambling back. Although we're not back yet, so I don't know what's ahead of us. There's people. You just gotta look for the people. Then you know you're still in civilization. Happy when there's a sign. We know we're on the right way. So far this has been easier. We are down at the bottom of the canyon where the other trail was kind of up on top of those rocks. But you really got to pay attention to those little stacked rock markers. We almost got off trail, and it's really easy to get distracted by all the views. So anywhere it starts to look like you can't really see a defined trail, it's a good idea to look for those. You'll probably find them. I guess we're supposed to slide down that? I don't see any decent way to walk down. So much for my backpack. So you basically have to scale right around the edge of that rock there to get down. So this looks kind of scary, but we gotta go get in line and hope for the best. It wasn't too awful bad, but I tell you, it looks really scary from above. But I still think this way is a little easier than the way we came. But this is not for the faint of heart. You've got to have good tread on your shoes and be willing to do a little scrambling for this hike. We didn't realize what we were getting ourselves into, but I'm really excited that we came. It's been so beautiful. Gonna give me a thumbs up for making it this far on the trail? I deserve it. I definitely feel like this is a never-ending hike that we're never gonna get back. Just have to keep telling myself, you can do it, Lisa. I'm very tired, these hills are steep, but that guy was out here with his little teeny tiny kids, and I'm a wimp. We finally made it into some greenery. So I think this route is definitely longer, sandier, and there has been several big, sandy, steep hills. So the other way would have been a shorter distance, but then you'd have to go downhill on those slippery rocks. So honestly, I don't know which way is better. All I know is I'm beat tired and I'm ready to rest. So for the length of the primitive trail coming back from Double O Arch, I don't think the views are worth going the extra distance and going up the sandy hills. Now, if you just like a variety and you like to hike a loop and you're in shape, you know, that's awesome. More power to you. I'm glad we did it. I can say we did it. I can show you what's out here. But it's a lot longer, I think. And I'm really not sure how difficult it would be to scramble down those rocks downhill versus uphill. So that remains to be seen. But I can actually see Landscape Arch, so I know we're getting close. This is probably the longest hike that I've done in years. And so I'm certainly proud of myself, me and my husband both. It's been a nice day. But we may pay for it tomorrow. We'll see. I see the parking lot. We did it. We finished exploring all of the Devil's Playground area, and I am thoroughly pooped. So thanks so much for watching. Tune in next week, or hopefully we'll get to go see some of the other formations maybe on another day. I think we're done with any big hikes today, that is for sure. And see you next time.